In this episode, we'll share what we saw on our 6 days in Bryce Canyon and on a side trip to Escalante National Monument. As flatlanders from Texas, we're sometimes surprised by the weather changes we experience as we drive up to a higher elevation. It was like that when we drove into Bryce Canyon. The temperature was 50 degrees at our campground half an hour away, but when we drove into the canyon, there was snow on the ground. This video shows part of our drive to the end of the road at the Rainbow Point area. This is Red Canyon, which we drove through on the way to and from Bryce Canyon each day. One day we took a side trip to Escalante National Monument, and this video and a few pictures here shows just a small part of it. One day we hiked the Queen's Garden Trail. If you walk this trail only, you will be walking down into the canyon, stop at the Queen's Garden and see a formation that looks like Queen Victoria, and then walk back up the hill to get back to the top. It's a rather strenuous walk if you aren't athletic, but if you stop periodically to rest, you can do it. taken in the mossy cave area of Bryce. On our next visit back to Bryce a couple of days later, it was snowing again, which we really enjoyed. I rarely see snow, so I love seeing it in the trees and even seeing it fall out of the trees. Our next visit was going to be to Cedar Breaks National Monument, but at over 10,000 feet, it was still snowed in by mid-May. This shows that a left turn into the entrance of the park wouldn't take us very far. Thanks so much for joining us on our trip to the beautiful Bryce Canyon National Park.